Doodling, 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 doodling with Dawn.
Hi friends, welcome back to Doodling with Dawn. Today I'm going to talk about my feelings. I am having some health issues and with it is a lot of pain. And so this morning I had to run to the urgent care and try to get a medicine, and I have a lot of health issues. Like, I don't let it get me down. I just keep plowing forward like a bull in a china shop. But this morning it got overwhelming for me, and I felt like I had a big long cry, and I think that's good because you got to release your pent up emotions. And then I thought, I'm gonna doodle. And so I was doodling. I went ahead and recorded it just because why not, right? But I was doodling for myself, and I will tell you that as soon as, I would say, before I had the first finished lines on the first, I took my Micron pen and I had this, I'll just show you, I had this little wooden flower piece that I picked up in a bag of shapes at Michael's. And because I was feeling bad, you know, what always makes me feel better is color and flowers. And so I'm like, I'm just doing the flower because it's going to make me feel better because I don't feel good, and I don't feel good physically or emotionally today. And so I went ahead and I traced that on my paper, and I thought I'm going to do 3 because I like things in 3s. And then it's kind of funny because then I went to reach for my wooden ruler, which is usually, I have a little circle Lazy Susan thing for my desk, and I keep my scissors and rulers and microns and stuff in there. And I went and I grabbed this, which is not my wooden ruler. Yes, it's wood and it's got a ruler on it, but it's a paint stir stick that I had. And so shout out to Aaron Smith, Benjamin Moore store. Anyway, I was tracing my straight lines, and then you can see that I divoted because there's a divot in the stick. But did I care? No. So I just went for it. Who cares? It's just doodling. But I will say, so I traced on my 3 flowers and got my straight lines on there, and then I picked up my first color marker, and before I got done tracing the whole inner circle on the first flower, or inner line on the first flower, I already started to feel better. Like, I felt the peace, the flow come over me. And I don't know, it's so crazy. Like, I could run and when I was feeling so overwhelmed and so upset, I could have run for, cookies. And I love like tea and scones and tea and shortbreads. Like, I could have done that. I could have run for a drink. I mean, I know a lot of people that do that, and I used to do that back in the day. Anything to kind of numb the senses, right? When you're feeling so overwhelmed, but I didn't. I went for art, and art, just doodling is just amazing. So, so I continued on the colors, and for today's doodle, I got some new markers I wanted to use, and they're Faber Castell. They're Goldfaber Aqua dual markers. They look like this. And I love these, the way they're designed, because there's a brush tip on one end, which gives you lots of options for lines and line weights. But I love that the marker has a longer cap. And then this side was a fine tip end, which I love because I use those all the time. I like them. I like having the diversity and line weights. And then this cap looks different. It's smaller and has ridges in it. So you can tell every time you pick up the marker which end you have. A lot of the markers like these, the only way you can tell if you're not reading it is to see if it has this little like guide. And honestly, I don't pay attention. So I often have to pull the cap off, put the cap back on, get the other end. So I would say that was definitely a benefit to these new markers. These are expensive. I got it at Michael's. They were having a buy one, get one half price. So not full price. I can't remember. I think they were around $15 for 6, if I'm remembering right. But I will say that these gave me joy today. Like, not only did the overwhelm smooth out and calm down, but I actually had joy because I drew flowers. And what else? What's my favorite color? This is my favorite color, hot pink. And so there's a lot of pink. I had a fun time. You can see where I was playing with different color combinations. So like I would use like aqua and lime, and then like over here I used the same two colors, but I mixed them with yellow. And then so I just did a lot of playing around with the color combinations. I went from one spot to another with the same colors, and I really enjoyed that. I feel like it really added a lot of cohesiveness to this piece. I also wanted to try, I saw online this person who does sheep, and she does the curly cues for all their fur, which I've seen that before over the years. That's not new. It's not a new technique, but I hadn't done it for a super long time. And so it was really fun to like do that today as a new doodle for me. But it took a little more concentration than normal because I was trying to make sure that all my lines touched each other, which, you know, you can see from my normal doodles. I don't usually do that. I like a lot of white space, so I leave a lot of white space, but that was really fun. And then you can see how, and so I wanted cohesiveness. I brought that particular curly Q doodle into, you know, several spots around the paper. Another thing that I did today that I consciously did that I don't always do, or I don't even know if I've ever done it before, is reverse the pattern with the two colors. So I started here with a thick blue line and put a thin lime green line inside, and then when I went over here I made the thick lime green line and the thinner blue lines, and it gives it a total different look even though you're using the same two markers. So anyway, just some explanations about this particular doodle. I have to say this is one of my favorites, but honestly, every time I finish one, it's my new favorite. So anyway, I hope that I'm calling this Florets because I felt, you know, overwhelmed, and all I wanted to do was turn on my worship music and listen. And God is ever faithful. He brings the songs that are, for me, he brings songs that are uplifting and help me to put life back into perspective. And it gave them, while I was doodling, it gave the first medicine time to work. And so not only do I feel better from the medicine, I feel better from the art, I feel better from the music, I feel better because God made me feel better. And so did markers. And I say God gave us markers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the doodle today, and I hope you have a really great one and you're feeling good and not overwhelmed. But if you do feel overwhelmed, then just go doodle. It doesn't matter. Make mistakes. I made lots of mistakes. Uneven lines, wobbly lines. And I suppose as I get older, it's probably going to get even worse because my hands are not as steady as they were in my younger days. But anyway, you have a good one. Oh, and share this video if you like it. Please like and subscribe because it catches the algorithm, which I'm sure you've heard 100 times from everyone else as well, so that more people can see it. And if you know anybody that's struggling with anxiety, depression, ADHD brain, you know, autistic brain, just any kind of neurodiversities, whatever, and they're struggling and they're overwhelmed, please share the video, because if they can see what I do, maybe it will help them. Maybe as soon as they sit down with a pen and paper, they'll feel better like I did. And I don't have any fancy words for it. I just have gratitude and joy. So, all right. Thanks. Bye.